speaker, transformation coach, intuitive mentor with over 20 years of experience empowering professionals and entrepreneurs. She's transitioned from a successful 12-year career in corporate training, leadership, and culture to become a sought-after coach and speaker. Sasha has personally guided countless individuals to break their personal and professional ceilings, significantly increasing their impact and business success, with over 25,000 coaching sessions and workshops under her belt. Creator of the Soulful Life and Business Coaching Program and the Magnetic Speaker Program, she helps clients harness their authentic voice and develop intuitive business strategies that lead to more impact in less time. She's got a unique ability to blend business strategy with mindset mastery, enabling her clients to lead with purpose, clarity, and confidence. Her program has been instrumental in helping clients achieve breakthroughs in confidence, business growth, and personal fulfillment, including a client who has increased their revenue by 500% and a solo business owner who now owns 3 businesses with a 4th on the way. She is passionate and driven to take you from the world's best kept secret. Was our problem overcome by imposter syndrome to shining on stage and on camera to create a magnetic presence and living your purpose in business life. I said this on Wednesday, but I'm going to repeat this for you guys now. The key difference between the people who are speaking today, many of the people who are watching, is the ability to communicate to large groups of people. To be able to go live in front of large groups and speak to them. Some people are scared of that, and yet it's such a powerful tool when you learn it properly. To be able to come into webinars and do that to large groups, to do it in one-to-one groups, to communicate your offer in a proper and efficient way so you get the best possible result. Sasha is an expert in that, and she has trained many of the people who have spoken today to improve their skills in that area. She's a must listen to, whether you've got a business today, might have a business in the future, whether you think at some stage you might need to find a way to communicate to a group, a team, colleagues in a way that's more powerful and more intuitive and efficient. This is the session for you. Sasha, over to you. We'll at the end of the hour, we'll wrap her up, do some more prizes, but for now, let's put attention to Sasha.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Paul. Fantastic to be with you all. Paul, thank you for putting together an amazing day today, and congratulations to all the speakers and to all of you who have chosen to spend your time today on your business, not in your business. So I want to congratulate you all right from the start. I, of course, am going to say they have left the best till last. I'm allowed to say that because I'm the last speaker of the day. But I am so excited to share with you all. I have been totally inspired by all your interaction in the group today and how you are all backing yourselves to be amazing business owners. And not just that, but create incredible impact out into the world, whether it's your family, your community, your country, the whole world. You seem to all be passionate about getting yourselves out there. So congratulations to all of you right from the start. My goal right now is to give you as much value. And look, I understand you have had incredible value given to you today. You've got all these amazing insights. I'd encourage you all just to take a few deep breaths in and out, just to center yourself, bring yourself into the room, because this talk, what I'm going to give to you today, could truly change your trajectory in business forever. Who wants to change the trajectory in their business forever in a positive upward direction? Put a C in the chat if you are up for that. Let's see who's in it to change their trajectory forever. Excellent. Look at all these passionate people here. Fantastic. So I know you're all there. I know you're with me. Let's get started. Today, we are here to talk about speaking for success, how to unleash a voice of impact, not just any voice, not just any noise out there in a very crowded marketplace, but a voice of impact. Specifically, how to convert more clients, make greater impact with less effort. Because if we're making less effort, it's less time and less cost. Who's up for that? Who wants to spend less time on lead gen, less cost on getting people into your programs? Put L in the chat if that's something that you want less of. And when we do that, we want more clients, we're creating more impact. So how do we do that? How do we do that? You might ask yourself, why are you in this session with me today? You want more leads, higher conversion, greater impact, build community, and my favorite, meaningful money. Not just money, meaningful money. So that when you are creating wealth for yourself, you are creating wealth for others as well. Not just financial wealth, but it might be wealth in their communities. It might be wealth in their families. It might be a wealth of confidence. It might be a wealth of inspiration. Whatever your business is, we want it to be meaningful in how we make money, because that will be the singular thing that will fuel us in the long term. You may notice in today's sessions, everybody, I use language that's a little different to some people. I'm going to stretch your frame of reference. I'm going to change a few lenses through which you filter life, through which you filter business, so that you can see things from a different perspective. Everyone up for that? Everyone okay with different? Pop a D in the chat if you are okay for different. Excellent. Fantastic. I love the energy in this room. Last session of the day, and it is massively high energy. Well done, everybody. Well done. All right. So how are we going to get there today in this session, you and I? We want to talk about how you're going to get known as a business. We've had some great insights today on that. I'm going to tell you how to do it, share with you how to do it from a really different perspective that is going to feel really meaningful for you and is going to create great results, because we all want results, don't we? Developing trust, respected as an authority. Who wants to be respected as an authority? We want to give value, and we also want to create goodwill. So questions that you might ask yourself as we're entering into this Speak for Success session. How do I get more visibility, Sashwa? How do I overcome the procrastination, overcome the hesitation of getting on stage, overcome the overthinking of creating video content? Fun fact, did you know that less than 3% of people use video content on LinkedIn? 3%. Do you think you can stand out a little if you start creating video content on LinkedIn? That's a yes, a very, very big yes. So let's talk about how can we do that? Something else you might be asking yourself, how do I create more results? We all want more results. When it comes to speaking, it's important to know to make every interaction count. Whether you're networking, whether you're having a sales call, whether you're in a community event, whether you're just meeting someone over a cup of coffee, whether you're running a workshop, whether you're speaking on stage, we want to make every single interaction count, because it makes a positive impact for you and it makes a positive impact for others. The third thing you might be asking yourself is, how do I become a confident speaker? I'm willing to give it a go, or I'm already out on stages and speaking, but I want to create more impact. I want to have more confidence and authenticity. I want to be seen as more as an authority in my field. Well, I believe the key is to be magnetic, a magnetic energy that people are just naturally drawn to you. Now, we've all heard the theories of the number of touch points we have to have until someone signs on with us. Yes? Put a Y in the chat if you've all heard those theories. We need 11 touch points. We need 17 touch points. We need 22 touch points. It seems to be getting bigger and bigger as we go. If we are magnetic, if we are present and real and vibrant and authentic with people in every single touch point, then we will reduce that number down significantly. And I'm going to share a bit with you about my stats on that too. So where are you at now? Let's do a quick check-in together. We're in this together for the next pocket of time. So let's do a check-in. Rate yourself on your visibility in your business now. Now, you don't have to put it in the chat. I just want this to be reflection for you so that this session really, really lands. So just note that down, visibility of where you're at now, 1 to 10. Now, what is the capacity that you are currently at in your business? Have you got an absolutely full bank of clients and you cannot take any more, in which case you would be a 10? Or is there maybe a little bit of room for expansion? So what is your capacity 1 to 10 right now in your business? Now, of course, the ultimate question, where do you want to be? How visible do you want to be? If it can create all these amazing results for you, if you could be in any room and you naturally magnetically attract people to you, in a networking meeting, online, in your posts, what visibility do you want for yourself? And what capacity do you want in your business? Now, for some people, that's going to be 100%. Amazing. You're passionate. You're driven. You want to be out there and solve problems for people. For some of you, it might be 90%. Now, I want to have a bit of time off with my family, or it might be 70% because you've got another focus that you're putting your time and energy into. So whatever it is for you. Of course, what we're doing today is looking at what's the gap. What is the gap and how can we fill it in the least amount of energy and the least amount of time to create the most amount of impact? Today, I'm going to share with you tools, strategies, amplifying and activating you. That is one of my absolute superpowers, is activating other business owners so they can create the vision that they have for their business and, in fact, even expand that vision. So what's in this for you? How do you want to come at this? Do you want just to hint into the marketplace? Oh, yes, I'm here. Here's a little blog and here's a little newsletter, or here's my little spreadsheet. I'll just give with you a little bit about what I do. Or is it kind of a bit hit and miss? Yeah, I'll get out there, I'll wing it a bit and oh, well, see where it lands, just put it out there. Or do you want a solid, proven blueprint? Something that is consistent, something that is repeatable, that you can refine, that you can expand. Pop in the chat who wants a blueprint to create visibility in your business, to create credibility as an authority. Put B in the chat if that is what you want to expand your business, to have a solid system so that you can create this change for yourself. Fantastic. Lots of B's coming in there. I love it, you guys. You're in the wrong place. I told you the best was at the end of the day, didn't I? I'm going to fulfill on that promise, though we've had some amazing speakers today. All right. So the 3 elements for your growth and impact. We want to cut above the noise. We want to connect more authentically, and we want to convert more easily, right? Who wants that? It's such a noisy marketplace. Let's not add to the noise. Let's cut through and create meaningful experiences for people to say yes. So how did all this come about? You heard a little bit in the intro. I'm a transformation coach. I'm a keynote speaker. I am a speaker mentor, an intuitive mentor, and a corporate and team facilitator. I'm also an international best-selling author. I spent my first part of my career in corporate human resources, 12 years, training and development, career, culture. I got to the top of the corporate ladder and thought, what am I doing here? It felt very soulless, and I knew there was a better way to help people. So I had a massive tree change, escaped corporate. I became an entrepreneur in wholesale and retail business. And I also did a deep dive into understanding how I was ticking, understanding more the fabric of life. What are we all doing here? Why are we in business in the first place? So I have been coaching for 20 years in the space of energetics, life mastery, and business. And I'm also a lead facilitator and consultant for the last 20 years with Living Illumination, which is a University of the Soul. I have been a speaker on stage for 20 years. I absolutely love it. I love activating people, whether it's in person, whether it's virtual. And a friend of mine and I worked out over a glass of red wine that I've had over 25,000 coaching sessions, conversations, workshops, and events over that time. It's probably a bit more than that because that glass of red wine was a few years ago. So 2025, I left corporate long time ago. I had my tree change, as I just mentioned. I started my own businesses. I started speaking. I started coaching business owners, entrepreneurs way back in 2006. And I wanted to create a great life for myself, because are we just going to live to work or work to live? In 2019, I did an exit out of my wholesale and retail business. Phew, just in the nick of time. Some might say I was psychic because we all know what happened in 2020, didn't we? In 2020, as I'm sure you guys all did too, we had to pivot. I had to pivot. And I did that by becoming a speaker. How do I get more visible, support more people, make more meaningful change in my coaching business? I needed to be a speaker. I needed to let people know the services that I offered, how I could help get through those tough years. And let's face it, the tough years have continued. Yes, they have continued. The landscape's changing slightly. In fact, it's changing at a pretty fast rate, actually. So it's more important now than ever that we get out there into the marketplace and help people solve their problems. Who's with me on that? Give me a yes in the chat if you are passionate about helping people solve their problems, right? Where is your commitment? Commitment to self first. I want to look after myself. I want to look after my family. But then I want to get out into the marketplace and I want to help people with my business. Look at all those yeses exploding in the chat. Absolutely love it. Love it. Love it. Speaking is my number one sales generator. My number one. So I am a coach. That is what I spend most of my time doing. And yet speaking is my number one sales generator. Speaking in all sorts of different formats. Podcasts, networking, even more intimate groups, even some community groups, and yes, on stage, and yes, doing video content out in the marketplace. If you want to check out my videos, there's a heap of them on LinkedIn around all of this subject. You can get some great tips around all of that as well. But let's dive in here and get to the tips for you today. So I help professionals incorporating speaking into their business or career strategy, but they're struggling with the confidence to get on stage, on the camera, or in the boardroom. I help calm the head talk, build that strong inner confidence to reveal their true presence, because that is what cuts through. Be magnetic to their audience and ideal clients with what I like to call unwavering self-belief and success to connect and convert. My mission is to activate 1 million thought leaders and speakers just like you to find their voice, to share their story, and create positive impact while having success while they do it, because we can do both. What fuels me is that we all have our own stories, and stories are very, very important in how we get ourselves out there. We don't have to spill it all out onto the stage. We don't have to, lose our composure when we do. But it's important for people to know what fuels us. What fuels me is that there are too many families out there that are living too close to the poverty line. And that was my situation. My father left when I was 1, single mum, 4 kids. I was the youngest, and our electricity was cut off because we didn't have the money to pay for it. Then I've been through other chapters in my life, like in my 20s, I was in a relationship, and something told me that that relationship was about to turn physically violent, and I had evidence to say so. And I got out in time. I got out before the consequences really happened. This is why I'm so passionate to help other people find their voice. When I left corporate, I was reporting to the CEO in the C-suite. I put a proposal around a bad apple who was also in the C-suite, and we needed massive change. People were suffering. I put my proposal forward. The CEO said to me, "You're right. We need to do this change, but if you do it, you're on your own." Man, did that experience help me find my voice. So we've all had amazing experiences, haven't we? Amazing experiences, and it's important that we know them and that we are fueled by them. So why speak for success? Through the ages, the spoken word has connected us. More than ever, your voice must be heard to lead with impact. Lead with impact. A few statistics very briefly. The importance of visibility in your business. And just let this hit home for you and do the figures in your head as we're talking. There's a 55% increase in lead generation with high visibility. 45% higher conversion rate compared to low visibility. 49% faster revenue growth through video content. What? 64% of consumers are more likely to purchase after watching a video. Are you now convinced that doing video and being a speaker would be worthwhile for your business? I don't even need to ask you to put a yes in the chat because I know the answer to that question. But the problem is 75% of people have a fear of public speaking. They even rank it higher than the fear of death. That's the reality. How you speak is how you succeed. Why now? The picture says it all. We need to keep the connectedness, the humanness between us, because everything else is going to be automated around us. You might relate to some of these fears. You might relate to some of these voices. Yes, I'm skipping through a bit quickly. But we want to turn those voices that tell us not to get on camera, that tell us not to get on stage, into choices. We want more clients, greater impact, and less effort. So this is my blueprint for speaking for success. We start with confidence in self from our stories so that we feel credible and we're also regarded as credible. We want connection with our audience. And I use a technique called the sway technique. And that's all about pivoting from our stories, which I'll tell you a little bit about more in a moment. And it's about being vulnerable, but not too vulnerable. Authentic, authority, rapport. Then we're choosing our charisma, the mood, the energy, our voice. We want it to be engaging. We want it to resonate with people. Yeah. Give them a sense that they belong in your community, in your conversation, so that you can convert and create with impact. Most of all, what it gives people is certainty. Certainty to know you're the one. You're the one that they choose to work with. You are the one. So story is very big with that. And I'm going to model this for you very quickly so that you can take this in for your own business and how you approach it. We have our personal stories. We have our professional stories. We have case studies. We have testimonials. So think of all those things as I'm referring to stories as we go through. So there's 2 types of stories, I believe. Ones that we are caught in. That is, we get on stage and we melt and we tell ourselves that we are an imposter and we tell ourselves we don't have what it takes. They're the stories that we're caught in, or the stories that we are fueled by. Let me tell you, I'm very fueled by some of those stories that I just shared with you then, to fuel my own confidence in my voice. So for me, I've gone through and I've gathered my stories, and I want you to do the same as I'm talking about this. I've gathered the fact that I was confident when I was young and in the choir and playing the flute and playing in front of 2,000 people. I had a voice that rumbled out of me that I didn't know existed when I said no to the marriage proposal that was about to take me down that very dangerous road that I mentioned to you before in my 20s. I didn't even know I had the power to leave corporate and leave all of that world behind and create a whole new life for myself. Those stories are impactful for people. Those stories inspire. So what do you have as your stories? Then we have our expansion stories. Left corporate, moved to a farm, learned to, I was a city slicker. Then I'm using chainsaws and I'm driving tractors and I'm laying slabs of concrete. If you ever want someone to help you lay a slab of concrete, I'm really, really good at it. And I just created a life, but it was empowering. I put myself outside of my comfort zone in every single way possible. So what expansion stories do you have? Then we have the look at me now stories. That picture in the top left is the view from my back deck out home. It's just literally that way. My beautiful partner and dog. I live on acreage here outside Melbourne in Australia. An absolute beautiful life that I pinch myself sometimes. And of course, I have an amazing business, an amazing career that I'm grateful for every single day. So what are your stories? Yeah. To speak for success, these are three fundamental things I'm going to take you through today. This is only one element of my framework, but let's get it relatable for you. All right. Who wants some relatable experiences that you can start creating stories today? Okay. Put an R in the chat if you want some relatable experiences that you can start sharing into the marketplace to cut through the noise, to get people to hear you so that you can create more leads, more conversations with clients, higher conversion rates. Amazing. So our confidence is fueled by our stories. Are we caught in them or are we fueled by them? It's a massive game changer. It's what I've spent a lot of what I would say my life's work helping people do in business owners, because you can do all the business plans you like. You can do all the professional development you like. But if you have not regrouped inside here, if you have not understood why experiences happen to you and what wisdom you can create out of them, they will dilute your energy. They will dilute your potency. And you want them to fuel you so you can be relatable to your audience so they say yes. So what are your stories? Just a mental note to yourself in this moment. What attributes did these experiences cultivate in you from your stories? What lessons did you learn? Whether it's childhood, whether it's adult, whether it's business, whether it's client case studies. Then we look at connection. We want to connect your story with your mission. My mission to help people find their voice, 1 million business owners to find their voice is fueled from my stories, many different levels of them. It has been a recurring theme and one that is truly empowering when you step into what those stories mean for you and how they can help your audience. No one else, let me get this really clear. No one else can share your stories other than you. No one. You are the only one who can share them in your way, in your unique way. You need to get them out there. Your listeners are waiting for you. All right. So how do your stories connect with your wisdom? How do your stories relate? What solution could that be for others? I know you have the stories. I know you have the solutions for others. You are doing them a disservice by not getting out there, by not sharing these stories that are going to be so relatable to others. You'll have people walking up to you saying, I felt like you were talking to me. I felt like you were in my head. I can't believe you said that to me today or shared that to me today because I was just thinking about it last night. I was just putting out for answers around that. And then you got up and spoke and you gave me the solution. Thank you. I can't tell you how many times I've had those comments. The third part of the magnetic presence is charisma. Charisma. Choose your mood. You want to bring whatever is authentic to you to the room. Now, you're getting a feel for my style. I'm pretty passionate. I'm pretty inspired by what I do. If you hadn't noticed, what is your mood? You know, it's not just about how extroverted you are. Sometimes introverts can be the most wise people in the room. And when they speak, you listen. What we're doing here is making conscious choices. What energy do you want to bring? What is the delivery? What is the pace? What voice resonance are you going to use? So what kind of mood, energy, voice do your listeners need? Do your topics require? Does your situation need? And it'll be different things for different situations. All right, so there is our Speak for Success model. I hope you've got a vault of beautiful stories that are all being remembered, that you're regrouping, whether it's childhood, whether it's adult, whether it's case studies of clients, whether it's you looked at, you know, someone's thought leader work and you thought, you know what, I look at that through a different lens. I want to put out my lens so that people know where you're coming from. People want to hear from you. Let your stories fuel you. Don't be caught by them. Connect them with your mission so that they are relatable. They resonate with people. And choose your mood. Where does all this land? This all lands in when we create this authentic experience for people, when we put the truest, most unique version of ourselves into every single interaction, videos, stage, posts, anything, networking, coffees, that we make every interaction count because we know it's going to bring us more leads, better conversion, higher price points because they'll have more confidence in who we are, more connection, more fulfillment, a sense of belonging. These are inherent human needs that everybody responds to. And let's have lifestyle while we do it. Let's do it in less time. Less time on lead gen, less time on sales calls, more time for yourself. Who wants more time for themselves? Put T in the chat if you want more time for yourself as you go out and create this amazing business and solve all these problems for people. Who wants more time? We can't get it back, can we? But we can plan ahead. We can make it more focused, more potent so that we have more time in every single day to do all the things you love with your family, with your friends, going sailing, gardening, cooking, whatever brings you passion. So let's rubber hitting the road. What would 49% faster revenue growth bring for you in your business? Write that figure down right now. Write that down. Just for yourself, write that down. What would a 55% increase in lead gen mean to you? in money, heart, time? What if you had a 45% higher conversion rate? What's that figure? Write that down. What would that mean to you and your family? What would that mean to your time? You're almost doubling your business. What if you had 64% of clients more likely to say yes to you from video? These are big numbers, people. These are big numbers. If you really start embracing this idea of being a speaker and getting on stage, getting on video. Your magnetic speaker stories are not just what to share. They are where to share from. People will just feel it in whatever content you put out there. You don't have to splurge all your personal information out on the internet if you don't want to. And I recommend you do that with a sense of, decorum and discernment. But they are where you come from, where you share from. And that's what people feel. Like a recent client, Selena, who was plagued with self-judgment, analysis paralysis, stuck in a family business for 10 years. And after working together on her inner communication, outer communication, her speaking, she started her own passion business and confidently created more visibility. She even said to me, Sashwa, you actually rekindled my marriage in the process. Pretty amazing. A few hot tips for you on how to overcome procrastination for those who are on the edge of starting video content is to record just after you have had a great experience or win to keep your energy high, because your energy is amazing and it'll come across on camera. Hot tip number 2, how to overcome procrastination. Don't overthink your background, your wardrobe. Doesn't matter. We're much more authentic these days, and we want to be. People just want to hear from you. They don't really care what color you're wearing, although I quite like this red on screen, I have to say. Hot tip number 3, confidence and connection. Remember a great client that you worked with, what a difference you made to the journey, and then speak to the lens as if they were on the other side. It will change your whole voice resonance. It will change your tonality, your pace. It will just be this beautiful, friendly tone because you're talking to someone familiar. Hot tip number 4, my favorite, overcoming anxiety to reach that confidence and calm. This is my beautiful dog, Cardi. Isn't he gorgeous? Like, doesn't he just make your heart melt? Me too. What we can do is get in heart coherence, we call it, before you record by looking at a picture of someone or something that you love. It actually physiologically changes your body. It will bring your heart rhythm into coherence. How cool is that? He's pretty cute, I know. Now, what I don't want you to do today, guys, is be like a client, Tanya, who I did a couple of sessions with her about 12 months ago. And then she said, I don't think I'm ready to dive in. I don't think I'm quite there yet. 12 months on, she reached out and she said, I need you, and I need you badly. And I regret the fact that we didn't start 12 months ago. And we've now been working together for 3 months, and she has created so much change in her business. The overflow effects into her life have been incredible. That tends to be the effect that I have with people. And yeah, she is kind of kicking herself for delaying for 12 months. So don't do that to yourself. Now, I know I've been talking like a bit of a fire hose because it's in the end of a big day, and I know I've only got about 10 minutes to wrap up. Maybe 20 because we started 20 past. But I'm going to be compact for you guys because you've had a lot of info today. What I have shared with you today is just the tip of the iceberg, as it were. It's just a snippet of what I do and how I work with people. It's not even 10%. There's a lot more to it, a lot more robustness, a lot more technique and specific models that I have that you will not see anywhere else. I know this because I crafted them myself, and I have been using them for decades, and I know they work. You will create faster results in less time. So I'd love to offer an invitation to you today. And I know you've had some amazing invitations today from all sorts of incredible speakers. Here's what I'm going to say about mine. This invitation will amplify any other professional development experience you have had or will have. Because if you cannot communicate, your efforts will be thwarted. They will be diluted if you cannot communicate. So my Speak for Success Fast Track program is this beautiful invitation I would like to offer all of you today to be a part of my amazing world. We've been through a bit of the blueprint. There's a lot more to it than that. My SIS syndrome, that is being stuck in stories, by the way, and how we get out of that. My sway technique, which you will not find anyone else, on how to get true connection and authenticity with your audience. Even the work that I do with voice, resonance, pace, pause is all going to impact on how you connect with your audience. I've spoken on lots of stages, whether it's virtual or in person. There's some pretty cool things when you are more visible. Cool things definitely happen. Like when you meet A-list celebs like Vince Vaughn. He's a really nice guy, by the way. But why am I here? I'm really here to help you. And that is my invitation to you all today. The free gift that I would love to offer you all today is free. And actually, let me go back a step. I only put these 2 slides in literally 15 minutes before I started. Really. And I had to quickly email Paul and say, Paul, I've just made a quick QR code. Because I have been so inspired by all of you today. I've been so inspired by your interaction, your commitment, your showing up for yourselves. And I have had something bubbling away in the background for a couple of years now. I have not even told the marketplace about this. I haven't even told my mum about this offer, about this part of my business that I am opening, which I am so excited about. I am about to open a Soulful Business Academy. How can we show up potently in business and make a difference? And I would love to offer every single one of you a free 3 months access to my brand new Soulful Business Academy, where there'll be weekly sessions, there'll be workshops, there'll be techniques on how to show up in your business to expand your business vision, take it further than where you have been able to see you can so far, so that you are activated for success. So that is my gift to you. I hope that you dive into that opportunity. I would so love to see you there. And just let's create some magic in expanding your business and creating a bigger vision. If it's one of my superpowers, it's being able to see your blind spots, be able to see through to the truth and cut through so that we can move on and create bigger and better business. That is my superpower. Who loves their superpower? Does that sound like a pretty good superpower to you? Pop S in the chat if you think that's a pretty good superpower. I have been fine-tuning that superpower for a couple of decades now. Absolutely thrilled to help people in that way. So why me? Just a couple of clients that have experienced certain things in working with me, like Kylie, who after years of procrastinating, I know none of you procrastinate. I know, but some people do, right? Some people do. She had some self-doubt. She didn't have any boundaries in terms of how she was looking after herself. When we met and started working together, she had 1 business. By the time I'd finished working with her, she then had 3 businesses with a 4th on the way. So it's been amazing when we do a bit of the inner work, how our outer world changes. She calls me the missing link. Not like a Bigfoot thing, like a, missing link in the coaching industry, I hope. No, I'm pretty sure. And then like Alicia, who struggled with her income in her digital marketing agency for years, And in working together, I 5x'd her income with her. She started a legacy project only at the age of 36. And she said she experienced more personal and professional growth with me than any other coaching program she has ever done. Plenty of testimonials on my website, guys. You can go and check it out, sashawabane.com. Sheikha, also a digital marketer. She sold her business for a tidy profit. Lyndall in corporate, who was unheard, undervalued. In working together, she got 2 promotions in less than 2 years and became the youngest member of the C-suite, of the executive team. And Damien, I don't just work with girls, I work with everybody. Damien, who is a coach, and he just couldn't get it off the ground. And he said, my program has over-delivered in every way. I cannot recommend it more highly. The results have been obvious for every person in the program. I have a special gift at reading people, a brilliant and clearly experienced coach, the real deal. Yes. For those JT Fox fans, if you want to see his endorsement of me, that's also on my website as well. You can check that out. No time for that today. So here is my invitation to you, beautiful people. And look at you, still here, still energized, still engaging. My invitation to amplify your life and business. The Speak for Success Fast Track program is a blueprint that we will work through and give you value in how to put these strategies into place in your business, worth $2,000. The 6-week personalized mentoring program, $1,500. Video app coaching. There'll be no hiding away in this program. We will be using video apps, but we will do a lot of confidence work before we get to that point. $500. A personalized micro coaching throughout the program. If you don't know what micro coaching is, it's the accelerator in any coaching program. $1,000. And a private community support worth $500. So together, value $5,500. I would love to put some bonuses in for you to create massive value. My Transformative Visions Setting Self-Paced Workshop, valued at $400. My Relationship with Money Reboot. Who wants to change their relationship with money and give it a good reboot? Anybody? Anybody? Put R in the chat if you want a bit of a reboot for your relationship with money. I have some very powerful meditations to help with your mindset around that. My Mastering Instincts Masterclass. Now, for all you traders out there, for all you business owners out there, for anyone in business, we need to rely on our instincts. How often do you second guess yourself? I'm hearing lots of answers. We do. We do, don't we? We second guess ourselves. So how do we stop that? How do we stop that? There is a way. So we're going to master that together. An amazing bonus with a collaboration that I'm doing with an incredible gentleman who owns a digital marketing agency based in Australia, US, India, and soon to be Canada, has offered to all of my clients that step into this program a website review. He just did one on my website, and I'm pretty savvy when it comes to websites. Oh my goodness, did he reveal some things that I did not know was going on and how they could be changed? Absolutely. Not just normal SEO and analytics. He just went way above and beyond. So he has generously offered to do website reviews for everyone, and you can go and implement them yourself, or with him or with anyone. It doesn't matter, but you'll have the insights to work on. Incredible value. He's a beautiful human. So these are all the bonuses again: transformative goals, money reboot, mastering instincts, website review. Value, $1,200. So putting that all together, the whole program, the app, the coaching, all the bonus workshops, total value $6,700. But of course, we're at the New Opportunities Summit, aren't we? So to acknowledge that and be a part of this amazing community, I'm going to offer you this fast track program for just $997. Now, that is not US dollars. That is Singaporean dollars. So it will change your trajectory. It will create lead gen. It will cut through the noise. Most importantly, don't just blindly throw posts out there, people. We want to cut through the noise. Let's do that together. Weekly recorded calls, 60 to 90 minutes. The private community group, the video app, deep, unique training you will not find anywhere else. That is my guarantee. Q&As and hot seats. So we're going to keep it real. We're going to get everyone involved. We're going to create massive change. Group mentoring is on Thursdays, 2 p.m. So it's suitable for various parts of the world. They will be recorded and the program does start soon. All right, it wouldn't be the end of a presentation without a good surprise, would it? So here is my bonus that I would love to offer. If you book into this program in the next 48 hours, I will offer a business breakthrough session one-to-one with me. Value $500. Here's the mistake I just made on that slide that I just realized. Can't change it now, Sashwa. It was meant to be for the first 5 people. So there you go. It's not for the first 5 people anymore, is it? It's for everyone who books in the next 48 hours. No, seriously, I was meant to put that on the slide and I didn't. So everyone who books in the next 48 hours, I will honor that and give you a business breakthrough session with me. Cutting through the truth, looking at your blinkers. I know where your blinkers are. We're going to find them out and we're going to move them on. This is your reward for taking fast action, but not just fast action. This is your reward for acknowledging that you're here for something big, acknowledging that you're here for something beyond just a few bucks in the bank account. Yeah. So there it all is, the program, the bonuses, the fast action reward, only 997 Singaporean dollars. Let's hear from an expert. Sometimes the riskiest decision you can make is to do nothing. There you are. Jump in. Would love to see you. It's my absolute honor to have been with you all today, and I so look forward to seeing you all again in the very near future. And it's been a pleasure to be with you all today. Please put a V in the chat if you got value out of anything that I have just shared. I would love to hear your inspiration. Look at all those V's. Amazing. Thanks, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure. And thank you to you, Paul, for hosting us all today.
Cheers. Excuse me. Cheers, Joshua. Thank you very much. A great session and a great and fitting climax to the day, as you said. Maybe the best game last. All you guys were great, and to all the speakers, they've been really good. So we've got the Speak for Success $6,700 worth of value, plus the business breakthrough one-to-one session with Sashua, all thrown in for 977. So you got 48 hours, but really I'll try and get into that reasonably quickly. And again, look, we can provide you with new opportunities. We can provide you with great speakers, but the only people who move your life forward is you. And look, if you're happy where you are, then good on you, right? That's what it's all about, right? If you're happy where you are and you're happy is the big thing, right? That's fantastic. But if you think you'd be happier, if you're looking for more, we can provide opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. But the only person who can take a new opportunity is you. The only person who can move forward and find something new is you. The truth is, as human beings, we find it quite challenging. You know, lotto winners, they come back to where they started from. We like being where we are, safe and secure. It's just not happy and not fulfilling. And if you want to take an opportunity, take the opportunity reasonably quickly, because we're going to summarize the offers for you guys reasonably quickly. So Sasha's offer again, 977 Sing. We use Sing because my company runs this and we're a Singapore-based company. That's where our social media is based. And so it is 977 Sing, marked down from 6,700. And again, you get an hour one-to-one with Sasha. And again, there's times in my life where I've paid more than the 977 for an hour with somebody who I thought could really improve my business, and particularly improve my business inside integrity, inside my values, inside the way I am, as opposed to just coming on and smacking some commercial crap over the top of my business and myself stuff I don't like. You know, there's lots of guys in the world that can do that. The people who are really valued are the people who can come along and help you to leverage your business and stay inside the values that you have. people like Steve, people like Nick, people like Kylie, who all can do this kind of stuff. We have been very, very lucky today with the